Texas, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Georgia Bulldogs. Restate the state, Holly Gang, Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Huggers are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So Ohio State is headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. Coming out with it, it's Phillips. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. And look at it, it's a touchdown.
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. From deep, it's Cross. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Makes a man miss. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Showing off the arm. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
And they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Tavian St. Clair. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. You start the season top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
From the gun on third down, St. Clair. Picked off on the opening drive is stuck with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. So the opening drive of the game, and you spin it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. things and then turn it over, not the start this offense won.
Snags it. Breaks into the open. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it up to 34. He built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Quarterback changing the play. Fresh center downs going to the air. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth, man. 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. St. Clair. Left side is Smith. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Line gets set, first down. Looking for room, it's Jackson.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little free sphere behind it.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's St. Clair. Out wide right, it's Jackson. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Now, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turn wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and...
A shot toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. When he let that go ahead and signal touchdown. He knew it was 6.
And most of the time you hear about those 50-50 balls out wide. Nowadays, with these guys that are so big and strong and so good at going and getting the ball, it's more like 80-20. And you can see just so hard to defend the fade route.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver going in motion. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to get the first through the air. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
Can they catch him? That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal 10-7. He's looking deep. They went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
All over him immediately.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Now here's Tavian St. Clair. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they threw him down by... field goal.
Well, it was certainly straight enough, just not long enough. Not enough legs.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Motion from the wideout. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. At the 40, there he goes. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Drops back on first down. Right side, it's Frazier. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. The Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. Here's a give to Frazier. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Got it, looking for the first down. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll send the tight end in motion. Pulls it. The ride. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You got to be impressed with this offense and how they've been able to run the football and move it down the field, just being more physical in the trenches and getting some push. And leading by 3 right now down here in the red zone on 3rd down. I'm not so sure they won't run it again or give it to their running back in space and see if he can make something good happen.
The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Needs it here on 4th down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
That's a really good job by the defense. Wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them more dimensional. Put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Caught. He finds his way out to the 13-yard line, and they're out of trouble with a 1st down. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. You better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Tight end now in motion. Hits the hole. It's Jackson. Driven back.
What a great play by the linebacker. Did you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Throwing St. Clair. It's complete to the left, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion. incompletion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David, getting stopped on going downfield for the big play. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Long way to go on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Out wide left, it's Taylor.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties.
Booster!
He'll set up to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
If you're going to throw a comeback in man-to-man, I got to trust my guy is going to beat that guy. And this quarterback, you could tell, really did a good job of trusting his wide receiver, and that's why he gets the first down.
Now from inside the red zone. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. He's changing the play. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Touchdown, Bulldog! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good. It put one more on the lead. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. They have some time here late in the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Javian St. Clair. Flip it out to the back on the screen. There he goes. Inside the 50. Buckeyes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Powers through the defender. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
This quarterback right now is improved. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Look out! He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And these are the plays that defenses talk about, man. These are the ones that get you in those situations where you can win. You've given up some yards on this drive, but it doesn't matter. When you play great job on second down and force the passing situation, now, man, you get that dime package ready, you get that pass rush package ready, and you're ready to go get the quarterback.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Now here's Tavian St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
That is no good. Guys, that field goal couldn't move large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quick give. It's Phillips. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Back to throwing, they've got to go a long way. Got it. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. Trickery and deception. They snap it to the up man. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And the Dogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Changing the routes with his receiver. Handoff for Frazier. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. The Dogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Could not make his way to the corner. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. Back's got it on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. And on first down, they sent their field goal team out, I guess hoping to cause confusion and delay and some type of a fumble. As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Toss to throw on first. It's complete on the right side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
You just cannot draw up the start of the season any better than that. Opening drive of the first game of the year and quick fire. You're down the field scoring 6. This offense is explosive.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Man, that goes from I'm going to go make a play for my team, run this thing back, make something happen, to dang it, I put it on the ground and they got it, and they have great field position.
And now in the most bizarre of spots, here comes the field goal kicker. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is extended a little further. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. I knew it was hot out there, but apparently it's fried the coach's brain. They've got the punt team out there, and it's not fourth down. Catches it at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Howie Rowe will give us an update on his condition. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Makes a move. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. That last drive, punting before fourth down. I don't think I've seen that since a game in the early 70s between Auburn and Tennessee when the Vols were so confident in their defense and the bad weather, they were just punting it back on first down. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. The portal can work pass this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Sends it back in motion. St. Clair. Out wide right, it's Jackson. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Makes the grab in their space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly tune up that much yardage. Defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He's got enough. He's loose down the middle. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. And this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Deep in the end zone, it's crossed. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're quickly in a 10-point hole, trailing 17-7 and needing to put together a drive. Rolls right. He's going to run it. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of it. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
You love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Intercepted, and the defense is set him up. Going the other way, and he's got more. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
One of the things I love about this linebacker, guys, is the versatility. He's not just good against the run. He not only can rush the passer, he can cover as well. Great job reading the QB's eyes. Plucks the football out of the air. He's not going down. He's not running out of bounds. He's taking this thing all the way back to the house.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cross. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. St. Clair. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Discards him with the stiff arm. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Touchdown, Buckeye! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Second and long here. From the gun, looking for a man. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Left side is Kane. Runs through a tackle. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll try to get him on the fake. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And when they bring on the punt unit, a lot of times I change my personnel, and I bring on a different unit, and I think it worked to their advantage. 4th and inches, you don't think they're going to run a fake. They run a fake, execute it great. Nice job by this punt unit.
Here's a give to Frazier. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Keep it on the ground. They were all over it.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They'll run the screen, fighting off the defender. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Makes the grab, he's got a first down.
They're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical bend.
Straight ahead, it's Phillips. He's past the sticks. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Tough run here. It's Frazier. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Rides to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. And he rolls in the house. Touchdown, Bulldog.
And now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, it's shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Inside, it's Jackson. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short in the first down. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Caught. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Tavian St. Clair. He's got it. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. He'll off one deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with this decision.
Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun. He uncorks one deep. He's got it on the outside. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Georgia. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
You got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm not saying you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit of the time to get to that first down mark.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag through. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
St. Clair fires to the right. Got a man. It's Roberts. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry up. They go play action with St. Clair. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Sets his feet. It's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Again, it's St. Clair. Out wide left, it's Jackson. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. The running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Breaks the tackle. At the 45 on his way. There he goes. He's at the 10. And he scores. Touchdown, Bulldog.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards in the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do you. That will get you almost there. When you get handed off to a guy like this, and he can take it the distance.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. And he added the extra point. At the end of the play, there's a Georgia Bulldog who has yet to get up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Can't get him to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He's got the back in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Powers inside. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football.
He wants to take the top off. He's got it inside the 15. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense. Throwing St. Clair. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Here comes the hurry up. On the option. Turning it on. Past the 50. Out the 30. The tag. Touchdown, Dogs. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? The 18 unit on the field. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Tavian St. Clair. Got his man on the right. And that'll be enough for the first down. A gain of 13 on the play. And the clock stops for the 2-minute timeout. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Tavian on the play action. Going over the top. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's a big shot. That's a big incompletion. But this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing, they've got to make plays. They got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
They're all over it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. St. Clair. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though,
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. And they get it down short of the first down marker.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like you live in the analytics world, and I know people who say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Handoff for Frazier. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
it's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Buying a little time to his left. Working that left side. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Bulldogs, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Going to the run, it's Frazier. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown Bulldog! Into the end zone for 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Cuts it upfield. It's Jackson. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest, taking on the Tulane Green Wave. And it's the Demon Deacons, trying to win the home opener. They've got the lead midway through the first half. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Looking to the big tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's a give to Frazier. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18. 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
On the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Sending out the offense to start this drive. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
Booster!
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Right side, it's Glover. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on a pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways and try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that one.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Frazier again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Hey, guys, I'll be really curious to watch this offense down the stretch and see how they handle this. They've got a big lead. They can probably just continue to run the football. I got a running back stayed in bounds right there, too. Keep the clock moving. Or do they like their numbers? Do they want to continue to put the gas pedal to the floor, be aggressive, try to score points? Be interested to see how they handle this situation.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the draw, it's Phillips. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive.
Great job in the open field making that tackle on defense. You know, you'd like...
It's a fake. He's looking to pass. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Climbing up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. That's how you take advantage of great starting field position, moving at 27 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Cross. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And his kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around this, and that is massive. And now it sets him up in great field position.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Handoff again. And he's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Extra point, the lead is even bigger. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time now. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Turns it upfield. Still running at the 40. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Moves to his right. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Powers through. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Making the adjustment. Wide receiver going in motion. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Phillips. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the left. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Motion from the wideout. Burrowing for yardage. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
He's got an open man. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. They'll run it. It's Jackson. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Man, down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical, and this guy's proven it today, Paul. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's...
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Throwing St. Clair. Finds his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150 mark in receiving yards.
Man, he's a weapon, Reese. He runs routes. He's fast. He's great with the football in his hands, and he can line up in a lot of different spots and run the entire route tree. What can't this guy do?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. He's going to take a shot. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? Got some room to run. He's at the 10. Touchdown! The defense does the work itself for the pick six. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. They'll take the penalty and move them back. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4 yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter
Jackson. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Rashida Downs going up top. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
Open on the right side, that's Smith. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Buckeyes are marching down the field. St. Clair. Got his man. Oh, what a move. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. They'll move the tight end. Hits inside. It's Jackson. Oh, he's got some space. The 10. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And he makes the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But I'll tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
Making the adjustment on the play. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Caught on the RPO. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Back's got it on the screen. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the 1st down, and let's see if they go for it here. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Throwing St. Clair. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the box point and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try, right? And give the offense wins. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. St. Clair from the gun on third down. Got his man downfield. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
When you got a QB with this kind of arm talent, receivers with this kind of speed, they are going to be difficult to stop. They have been up and down the field. They've almost got 450 passing yards now.
They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Tavian St. Clair throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Tight coverage there did not stop him from making the grab. It's first and goal from the 8. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. They go play action with St. Clair. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he tacks on the extra point. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Phillips. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back.
Break. Over.
Takes the handoff. It's Rodgers. Got the first down. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. St. Clair. Rush right in his face. They're working that left side. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The act.
And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. On to attempt the try. smashes it through for the PAT. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. On the return, it's Phillips. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40.
Ready, ready. Wide 53. Wide 53. Jet. Ready, go.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
1852 Soldier. 1852 Soldier. Ready to go.
Running inside, it's Phillips. And a short run there, and that'll end it. Timeout is called with just a single second left. One more play to pad the stats.
Go. Ready. Red 18. Red 18. Ready, go. Ready, go.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to get behind the defense. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today. And I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.